The village of Vacant was a place where shadows whispered and superstitions clung to every doorstep like vines. At night, people locked their doors, muttering prayers to ward off the creatures that lurked in the forests beyond. But in the heart of this fearful village stood a small house, Adia's home. A healer unlike any other, Adia had a gift. Her touch did more than mend wounds, it soothed the restless, lifted curses, and restored hope. But she, too, was an outsider, feared by those who did not understand her powers. One fateful night, as the full moon painted the world in silver, a stranger arrived at her door. The knock was heavy, urgent, desperate. When she opened it, a towering figure cloaked in darkness stood before her. His breath was ragged, his frame trembling, as if something inside him was trying to break free. His golden eyes, bright as the moon above, locked onto hers. "I need your help," he rasped. Then he collapsed at her feet. Adia knelt beside him, heart pounding. She sensed something in him, a darkness, a curse but also something else. Something human. Dragging him inside, she placed her hands over his burning chest, feeling the battle waging beneath his skin. His body was breaking apart, torn between man and beast. The bones beneath his flesh twisted unnaturally, as if his very form could not decide what it was. And then, she saw the mark. A deep, jagged scar that ran down his chest, pulsating with silver light. A sign of an ancient curse. Before she could examine it further, his eyes snapped open. A low growl rumbled from his throat. Claws pushed from his fingertips, his body trembling in agony. Adia barely had time to react before he lunged. But as his claws reached her, she did not flinch. She lifted a hand, pressing it against his forehead. A brilliant glow radiated from her palm, flooding the room with soft, moonlit energy. The growling stopped, his body stiffened, and then, he collapsed once more. When he woke, dawn had arrived. The moon had vanished, and he was human again. He sat up, breathing heavily. His eyes met Adia's, confusion and relief warring in their depths. What did you do to me?" Adia studied him carefully. "I stopped the transformation." His lips parted in shock. No one had ever been able to do that before. Perhaps she was the answer he had been searching for all his life. His name was Kian. And he was dying. Each transformation took something from him, his memories, his humanity, his soul. One day, he feared, there would be nothing left but the beast. Adia listened as he told his tale, the fire between them flickering, casting shadows on the walls. Long ago, Kian's ancestors had been cursed by a powerful Rakshasa, a demon who had been betrayed by one of their own. As punishment, the Rakshasa had bound their souls to the moon, forcing them to become wolves with every full cycle. But Kian's curse was worse. Unlike the others, he did not return fully human after the transformation. With each passing moon, his mind slipped further into the abyss. And soon, he would never come back. Adia's heart ached. She had heard of such things, souls tainted by ancient magic, doomed to fade into darkness. But she had never met someone fighting so desperately to hold on. She made a decision. She would cure him. Days turned into nights as they worked together, searching through forgotten scrolls, mixing rare herbs, performing rituals older than the village itself. Adia's hands traced the scar on his chest, feeling the pulse of the curse that lived inside him. And then, she felt something else. A memory, a vision, flashes of silver chains, blood on the altar of an abandoned temple. A woman's scream, lost to the night. Adia gasped, stumbling back. Kian caught her, concern etched into his face. "What did you see?" She gripped his wrist, her breath uneven. "The curse, it wasn't meant for you." His brows furrowed. "What do you mean?" Adia swallowed hard. The truth was terrifying. The curse was meant for someone else. Kian's bloodline had been marked because of a betrayal that had never been his. Someone had stolen something from the Rakshasa, a power that had been meant to remain locked away. And unless they returned it, the curse would never be broken. But there was more. The vision had shown her something else, something she had buried deep within herself. Her own past. Because Adia was not just a healer. She was the last descendant of the woman who had stolen the power. And the key to breaking Kian's curse was inside her. The temple of the Rakshasa lay deep in the forest, forgotten by time. Its walls were carved with ancient symbols, glowing faintly in the moonlight. Adia and Kian stood before it, the weight of destiny pressing down upon them. The moment we step inside, there's no turning back, Kian said. His voice was steady, but his hand clenched around hers. Adia squeezed his fingers gently. I was never meant to turn away from this. Together, they entered. The air was thick with energy, pulsing through the ground like a living heartbeat. At the center of the temple stood an asterisk altar of obsidian asterisk, and on it lay asterisk a silver amulet, thrumming with power. Kian stepped forward. That's it, he murmured. But as he reached for it, the shadows moved. A figure materialized from the darkness, the asterisk Rakshasa, eyes burning like molten gold. You dare return what was stolen? The demon growled. Adia stepped forward. The curse was never meant for him, she said firmly. I will take it back. The Rakshasa's gaze flickered over her. Recognition. Realization. You are her descendant. Adia nodded. And I will pay the price she never did. Kian's grip tightened. No. Adia turned to him, tears glistening in her eyes. If I don't do this, you will be lost. And I cannot let that happen. Before he could stop her, she pressed her hand to the amulet, and screamed. Power surged through her veins, burning like fire and ice, as the curse ripped itself from Kian and into her. The wolf that had haunted his soul howled as it was freed. And then, silence. The temple trembled. The Rakshasa watched as Adia fell to her knees, breathless. But she was alive. And Kian was free. He knelt beside her, pulling her into his arms. Tears fell onto her skin as he whispered, You saved me. Adia smiled weakly. I would do it 1,000 times over. The moon shone brighter than ever that night, blessing the love that had conquered fate itself. And when Kian carried Adia out of the temple, he vowed that he would spend every moment of his new life loving the woman who had given him back his soul.